from Vitality for Life, and today we're going to go over a couple of our favourite products. Here we have the Oscar Neo and the HU400 Hurum cold press juicer. Now the HU400 juicer is an everyday cold press juicer, so it's great for all of your family needs. It's a compact little unit which takes up much less counter space on your bench at home. It's got a 10-year warranty on the motor and 5-year on all of the parts. Also, it has a 3-year commercial warranty. And now let's have a look at the top features on Vitality for Life's very own Oscar Neo living juicer. Taking up a little bit more room in the kitchen, it's a total food processor, so you can make nut butters, ice cream, pasta, and of course the living juice in your Oscar Neo. The coolest part about the Oscar Neo is the pulp adjustment knob at the front. This means that you won't ever have to strain your juice. It simply strains itself into this bucket at the front. Our Neo has a longer warranty. It's 20 years on the motor and 10 years on the parts, but we've had people call up and say that this juicer has lasted them a lifetime. I just want to show you how quiet both machines are. First we start with the HU400. And then moving on to the Oscar Neo. Now let's see how they compare when I juice a variety of fruits and vegetables. So we'll start with the carrots. I'm just going to take my ceramic knife and slice the top off the carrots there. And then we'll start by looking at how the HU400 can handle it. As you can see, I'm just simply popping the carrots in. And wow, look at that pulp, it's so dry. And the juice here, the HU400 handles the harder vegetables like beetroot very well. And as you can see, you don't have to cut the pieces too small to fit through the top of the feed here. Now I'm going to show you how the HU400 copes with things like kale and leafy greens. As you can see, you just pop it down the chute. You can use a tamper here. Now I'm just going to pop through some softer fruits like the oranges and the limes, and you can see for yourself how it juices. If you're making a mixed juice, we usually recommend that you use a mixture of soft and hard. Now let's compare the Oscar Neo. I'm sure you'll be amazed with this total food processor. We'll start off with some harder vegetables again, with the beetroot and the carrots. The Oscar actually sounds a lot quieter than the HU400. With it being horizontal, you can see that the pulp's going to come out the end and the juice just drops in under the strainer here. As you can see, there's hardly any pulp in that juice whatsoever, so there's no need for straining. Now let's see how it handles celery. You don't have to force it down the chute at all because it's a self-feeding juicer, the Oscar. Because of the pulp adjustment knob at the end, if we set it on 5 for things like celery, the pulp is not getting stuck at the end of the juicer whatsoever. Personally, I think the Oscar Neo handles celery far better than what the HU400 does. As you can see, there's absolutely no blocking in the end of the juicer. The celery is very stringy and simply falling straight into that collection bucket there. Now let's see how the Oscar handles the likes of these soft fruits, oranges and limes. Again, self-feeding. It's really sucking that fruit down very nicely. Here in Byron Bay at Vitality for Life, we love the Oscar Neo the most because by simply changing the parts inside the screen here, you can make baby foods, pasta and even sorbet. Now let's compare the juice from both of the machines. And now we're going to test the Oscar versus the Hiram with one of our staff members and see which one she likes the most. Hey Marley.
Hello.
Taste these and tell us which one you like the best.
Sure. Definitely this one. It's got less pulp.
Less pulp?
Yeah, much less pulp.
And that's because it's from the Oscar Neo.